You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? It's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. Well, I am so glad to have you all in the building today. Hey, BG. Welcome to Peachy Tea Time. Now, Peachy News, actually. Today, Peachy News night. Tonight is going to be a little... unfortunately, we do not have Tangela in the building tonight. But unfortunately, I still have to continue on with the show. So we're going to still continue to talk about her story with her daughter, NeNe, as we call her, Miss NeNe. And we're going to continue on with the story. Hopefully we'll be able to have her up one day next week, hopefully. And she'll be able to give, her story and everything. But as of tonight, we're going to go ahead and continue. The clip that I showed at the beginning of the show, that was what pre-prom looks like. Okay. I'm not sure if everyone knows what pre-prom looks like. So I will be playing it again in the middle of the show because that's basically what took place in this situation. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up Jason. Jason is in the building, baby.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Jason.
What up, though? What's good?
What up, though? What's good, though? What's goody?
You already know, man. Slow motion better than no motion. All motion, good motion. You heard?
Yeah. Yes. So, Jason, for everyone that's new out there in the building, Jason is my co-host for Wednesdays for Peachy News. So you will be seeing him each and every Wednesday. Jason, we got a lot of new people.
I see that. Welcome, everybody. What up, though? Welcome, everybody.
Yes,
we appreciate
everyone,
y'all being
thank
here.
you so much for subscribing.
Right. We see BG in the building, Felicia in the building, Tiffany. What up, though?
Hey, Tiff say, I'm in the building, baby. Jason, can you turn your mic up some?
Sure.
If that's possible. But yes, so we're gonna go ahead and continue. Like I said, with the show tonight. We're going to basically, Jason, give our theory on everything. I have some pictures to show you all. I have a reading to read to you all. And of course, we got some clips. Okay. Now, these clips is old because this happened back in 2013. So they're a little old, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Jason, you ready to get started?
Yes, I
can't hear you. Oh, I was about to say, what's going on? So here we go. After this, we're going to go ahead and get into our talent for the night. So here we go. Clip number 1.
One person is dead, 3 others injured after violence erupted at a large gathering before tonight's prom. NBC 25's Walter Smith Randolph has been at the scene of the shooting and joins us live now. Walter, what do we know at this hour?
Jane, we are here live at the Florence Event Hall right off of Salt Street in Saginaw. As you can see right behind me, this is still very much an active crime scene. Police are here trying to piece together what exactly happened. We can tell you that 4 people were shot shortly after 6 o'clock after an argument broke out here at the Saginaw High School. It was a pre-prom event. All of the victims are female. Their ages are 17, 18, 19, and 40 years old. The 17-year-old victim has succumbed to her wounds tonight. The other 3 victims are recovering at Covenant Hospital. We can tell you that the victim who died was a student at the Saginaw High School. Now, we did speak with police earlier tonight, and also a woman who says she is the cousin of the victim who died.
During the Pre-Prom Celebration, there was an argument. The argument got heated, and at that time, shots began ringing out.
How would you hold up if your cousin got murdered and you at mom? People need to come together. They need to stop killing. They need to turn their life to God, because the devil is busy in Saginaw.
Again, this was a pre-prom gathering for the Saginaw High School prom. Now, police are telling us this event was not sanctioned by the school and also not by police. We can tell you that the prom is still going on as planned right down the road at the Crooked Creek Banquet Center right on Gratchford Road. We were there earlier tonight, and we can tell you that the Saginaw School Police are on scene. They are checking the cars and seeing who is coming into and out of that prom. We also did see the Saginaw County Sheriff, William Ferrisville, on scene there. We did speak with some parents. They say that this is a very tragic event, but they do feel that their children are safe tonight.
I feel secure with my son being here. I know the principal. We've talked to everyone, and, police is out here now, sheriff. So I think it's under control.
It was horrible. Like I said, it was horrible. I don't understand why was somebody committed such a heinous crime.
Again, now back here live, this was a pre-prom event for Saginaw High School, was not sanctioned by police, and one female victim, a 17-year-old, has died. Now, there is another prom tomorrow night. This time it will be for the Arthur Hill High School. Now, police are telling us that they are not sanctioning these events, and they're urging people not to have these pre-prom gatherings. They say every year there are pre-prom gatherings and some sort of violence erupts. They say they did not imagine something like this would happen. For now, we're live from Saginaw. Walter Smith Randolph.
All right. And we are back, you all. We are back. Now, Jason, this is my hometown. Okay. I moved there when I was 12 years old to Saginaw, Michigan. I know Tangela very Tan. That is Tiffany's sister. For everyone that has been following me, Tiffany is the young lady who I call my sister, who actually lost 2 kids to gun violence. And this is her sister's story, who has lost her daughter to gun violence. Jason, are you familiar with pre-prom gatherings?
Yes and no. And where I grew up in Detroit, we didn't have that really. I mean, you would do it at the parents' house where you pick up your date, things of that nature, but you wouldn't all gather like that. At least our school didn't. Now, I mean, other schools that were probably closer, like to Belle Isle or Hart Plaza, like things of that nature, that's downtown, Cass Tech, and all of those schools, maybe, but for ours, we didn't.
Okay. Once again, for everyone who's coming in the building, unfortunately, Tangela will not be on the show tonight. Hopefully, she will be on next week, but we still have to continue on with the story for tonight. Jason, I had pre-prom gathering. And when I tell you pre-prom gathering is something huge in Saginaw. I mean, when I tell you everybody get together and we go to an empty lot.
Right.
And everybody that's from Saginaw, if you're in the building, put a peach in the comments. Say hey, say what's up. BV nights, but we all get together and we gather together. We go to an empty lot. Everyone gets out their cars. Your family, your friends, everyone's there. not just the people that is actually, I'm sorry, y'all, my phone is ringing, but not just the people that is in the prom, but it's actually for your family and friends.
Right.
And they come and they take pictures, videos, not just pictures of you, they take pictures of everybody.
Right.
Okay.
So everybody looking good. Everybody dressed to the
everybody
nines.
looking
Right.
good. Everybody looking good. Everybody having a good time. And then everyone follows each other to the prom site. Once you get to the prom site, you get out your cars. All your family and friends that was at the gathering, they all come down to the prom site. Everybody's taking pictures of you while you're walking in. I mean, you really feel like a full-blown superstar. Okay. So that's what pre-prom gathering is about. So I'm gonna play it again. Not the clip we just played, but the clip I played right in the beginning. This is an example of pre-prom. And it's just 41 seconds. So here we go. Now y'all might see y'all folks in this clip. Here we go. All right. So that was just a little taste of how pre-prom goes in Saginaw, Michigan. Everyone hanging out their cars. I mean, Jason is like a real live party event.
Red
Everybody
carpet
got
type
their
event,
music.
right?
Yes. Music playing loud. And you're just as comfortable can get. You're not hanging out with people from different sides of town. These are all your peoples that you went to school
all from
with.
the same school, all from the same place, and their family, right?
Yeah, everyone's one big family. So it's sad that occurred there, and we're gonna get into details on what happened. We definitely will. And for right now, let me go ahead and play the talent for the night. And we're going to come back and we're going to discuss more about NeNe and what all occurred that day. So here we go.
Hey, here we are, back to the beginning. I feel like we finished. You feel like I'm tripping. I let you in before, so now you wanna know the difference. You got a baby boy now, how you get in? And I don't really feel a way about it, though I had to find out the way I did. You think it didn't matter when it did, like you didn't use every room in the crib, yeah. The apartment where my ex still lived. We was young when we met. I said what I meant. You could have said anything to stop me, but you didn't, so I left. And we never got right. You a psychopath, but I was still right. You take me high, I let you slide through. Then I don't hear from you for a year or two. Lately you've been acting like you hate me. You don't wanna rush right into dating, but it's been 9 years, why you faking? I get it if you want them in relations for the sake of your creation, but you're a fairy tale, a figment, and you ain't got a lot to kick it. What did I do for you to be so vindictive? You know that I'm the one that you gon' be missing. I guess that I'm the weekday, cause I know I'm not the weekend. I do not appreciate being kept your little secret. I give it to you, oh, you never keep it. Thought I was your number uno, but you played the skit. Skip till we fall, skip till we fall and break. Skip till we fall, skip till we fall and break. Damien, Darren, Nicholas, Kyron, damn it, all these niggas left me branded. And fuck Devin for leaving me stranded in Texas, cause he was so pressed for sex. Shout out to the fan who put me in the jet. Too hot to stress. You just mad cause I'm popping like a vest. Narcs got my heart popping on my chest. And it wasn't just you, I confess. I got issues, wasn't always at my best. I sing you soft, nigga, how you gon' flex, flex? Are there any more jokers in the deck? I don't see any kings left. Clean the hearts off with their heads. It's a bloody mess, yeah, this shit is dead. I made a decision to end it.
All right, and we are back in the building, y'all. Thank you so much once again for joining us tonight. I did just get done talking with Tangela. So she is going to join us on next week, next Wednesday. I'm not really sure if we're gonna do a full entire show with her, but we will do like a recap with her so that she can, let us know how she's feeling and how the process has been from
Yeah, it gotta be hard, man.
2013 up until now.
All right, we recapping something that was pretty terrific. I mean, not terrific, horrific in her life. So
Exactly.
to bring all those feelings back up, to kind of just address it now is tough for anybody.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So we will definitely be seeing her on next Wednesday, okay? Next Wednesday. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with the story. I did tell her that we were still going to continue on with the story. She was fine with it. So this next clip I'm going to play. Well, let me explain to everybody what happened first, Jason. For those that don't know. So NeNe, which is Tangela's daughter, they was going to the pre-prom. And while they were at the pre-prom, stuff that was about to go down. And Tangela was basically telling NeNe, come on, let's go. Something about to go down. And some way, somehow, and Tana's going to be able to, explain this part even more. But some way, somehow, NeNe went one direction, Tangela went the other direction. And when NeNe went the opposite direction, which was where everything was going on, allegedly, that's when she was shot. That's when all the gun fire rang off. Okay. And she was the only one murdered. I believe they said it was three other people, three other young ladies that were shot. So it was all young ladies that were shot that day, all innocent bystanders. And NeNe was the one that was murdered. So the good thing about this, Jason, the good thing about this is that the killers is now in prison. The killer is now in prison. And other guys are in there just as well. And I do have some pictures to show you all just as well. So of the guys. But before we get into that, we're going to go into court, Jason. This is a video of Tangela. And sometimes y'all will hear me say Tan, and sometimes y'all will hear me say Tangela. But her name is Tangela, but her nickname is Tan. We call her Tan. So this is a video of her literally in court. Go.
Well, as I stated on Monday, I have forgiven everyone that took part in this instance, and the ones caught and not caught. Know that you didn't get away with anything. God sees God in the law. He even knows who really killed him. The man has stated the vow that he should look at y'all and help others. So I know it's her being convicted in her murder. But people got to know that this foolishness stop. Look at all the lives that was ruined. Not just our families, but yours, people that was there. I mean, it's a horrible thing. Parents got to talk to their kids and please teach them the values of life. You man's family, stay connected. You all still have opportunity to see, talk, and right now, I have none of that for each. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
All right, y'all, and we are back. One thing that she said, Jason, that stuck out was I forgive you.
There you have. I was just about to say that too. I was just about to say that.
Yes, that stuck out.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot on the spirit to say that to someone that, like she said, that were caught and the ones that weren't caught. I still forgive you, and it's just a way of letting go. Not necessarily letting go, but allowing the process to go through.
Exactly. Exactly.
That healing process is important.
It's very
Because
important.
you can hold on and then just shrivel up inside of that kind of emotion. So to be able to speak that and allow that person to know that you're still forgiven for your heinous actions, I still forgive you. God forgives you, and we got to move forward. Know better to do better.
Exactly. Now, another thing that she said that stuck out just as well was when she mentioned the fact that wow, I just lost train of thought. Oh my gosh. But she had mentioned that that his parents would still be able to write him, write them, because it was three of them that has been charged. I'm gonna show you a fourth person, and when Tangela comes on next week, she will be able to explain to us why the fourth person was acquitted of all charges. But I'm gonna show you his picture as well. But that right there hurts.
Yeah.
She will never be able to talk to her daughter. She will never be able to write her daughter. She will never be able to go and see her daughter. But these people, I'm not gonna say these people, I shouldn't say that. The murderer's family, they can go visit them in prison. They could do video calls. They can write letters, get letters back. But when you lose a child or lose a loved one, you don't get that opportunity.
Understood. Yeah.
Only thing you can do is forgive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, both ways though. I really I'm not gonna speak too confident towards that instance, but that's still 5 children that are being taken away from families. Yes, you do get that connection and that ability to speak to them physically, but they're still in the system that is holding them down. If allowed, I'll say that, if allowed. But they're also restricted on the way that they live their life now. They don't get to really grow as an independent person. They're still growing as a person in the system if allowed mentally. Obviously the physical bounds can happen. You're behind bars, you're in a system, but you don't have to allow that to take your mind. That's the only big difference that I see from it, is that they get to further their education, they further their mind, their scope of the world, whereas the young lady doesn't. She's stopped at that precious age of 17 and no longer gets to grow in life like others. So that's the tough part that I comprehend.
Exactly. And this has nothing to do with this in a sense, but I have to say it, Jason. Look at the gentleman Frank Matthews that came on our show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like
right. You can still live a full
he
life as
advised us that he murdered somebody.
Right.
He's
Understood.
in prison. But this man has got his own label, making money in there.
He's orchestrating a lot of things. Yeah.
Orchestrating a lot of things. Was able to come on the show.
Yeah. True.
You know? And he basically told us that it's not what we think it is. I've had other people that told me prison is not what you think it is on what you see on TV.
On TV, right? Or the movies, yeah.
Or the movies, exactly. I'm not saying they're living their best life. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, it's not what we think it is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's not what we think it is. And I'm sure you all know somebody in prison or in jail making phone calls texting,
Sheesh.
doing video calls,
Man, I'm telling you, it's a tough
and they
one.
don't pay rent. They don't pay light bills. They don't pay water bills. Jason, they don't pay none of that.
Yeah. They got some fees in there.
Some fees. Some fees. Some.
They got
Now,
some,
if you just
but not
got
a
in there
lot.
if you're in there for about a good month, you probably ain't got no fees. You know, I
Right.
don't know. But and like we're saying, we're not saying that that's the best life for you to go and live over there. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how well they treating you in there, baby, you still gonna wish you was out in these streets.
You still wish you was
still
a free
gonna
man.
wish you were
Yep,
able
or a
to
free person. Yeah.
exactly lay in your bed at night.
Ooh, you sleep different when your bed bigger than a cot.
Exactly. So right now, before we go into the our commercial, I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. This is NeNe. The young lady that has passed away, was murdered.
Rest up, princess. Rest up.
Rest up. Please rest up. She's there with her cousins now, you know. And then we have another picture of NeNe. Where it go? Here it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. For those that do not know Tangela, you all will see her on next Wednesday when she comes. Now, this picture right here, this is a picture of Isaiah Clark. Isaiah Clark was 25 years old. I'm not sure, Jason, if he was 25 years old at the time of the shooting.
Okay.
And he was sentenced to 60 to 90 years.
Oh, wow.
In prison behind this. This person right here is looking at Tangela. This is the picture that I wish Tangela was on here for.
Tell her ask her what she's thinking.
What are you thinking? This picture is so, I don't even know what word to use. But it's like her face tells 1,000 words, 1,000 sentences, 1,000 paragraphs. Like, she could be saying anything, and we can all just
interpret our own thing. Yeah.
Yes. So when she come on next Wednesday, I'm gonna bring that up and ask her, if she remembers. What were you thinking at the time? I'm sure, Jason, that a lot of these, I'm sure she remembers it all, but she probably wasn't herself at the time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy right here, this is Karan Thomas. He was 19, and he's serving life in prison. He was the one that did the fatal shot. Then right here, we have Evelis McGee. He was 17 years old, and he got sentenced 36 to 60 years in prison. So we have 19, 17, and 25. And those were the ones that were sentenced to life in prison. Jason, this was the killer. Not the killer. I'm sorry, he was not the killer.
That's the one acquitted.
Yeah, not acquitted. I haven't showed him yet. This is still Isaiah. That was 25. They got 60 to 90.
Gotcha.
Jason, what you think he was thinking as a man? Not saying he was a man, but
I could only feel the thought process of damn. That's it, right? Like this it. Like, man, that's the rest of my life. For someone that, 17 or however I think he was.
He was 25
at the time. Okay, 25 at the time. Right.
I don't know if it was at the time, but he was 25, and when I saw the clip.
Gotcha. So, adding 60, anywhere between 50 to 60 years onto that, man, that's it's the rest of your life in one place, and to like kind of have to hold on to that and really grasp that. I think he's trying to understand it, like, man, well, maybe I'll get good time or this, that, and the other, and thinking of other ways that he can come out of this dilemma. But to be honest with you, this is it, man. This is everything that you did. It took 5 seconds for the rest of your life to be in one place.
Yeah.
You know, this is where you grow at. This is where you don't get daughters, you don't get grandchildren, you don't get children. None of that process happens. Unless you already had them. You don't get to marry anyone. Like, well, you may get to marry, but like this is it, man. And I think that is starting to like kind of grasp him a little bit at this point. That's what I see. How he just threw his life away. Yeah, Cassandra, you're exactly right. Yeah. Just threw his life away that quick.
And I thought it was important for me to show this picture.
For me, it's the understanding of why. So I want to get to talk to someone to understand how is it that one person can have so much hate in their heart for another person to want, like, where you want to take them off this earth, or you want to do such a heinous act to someone to try to relieve the pain that's inside of you.
Exactly.
Like that to me, I always want to understand why when someone kills someone, like, where is the mindset and the intentions that gets you to that level? Because I've never been that angry. There's nothing in this world that can make me that angry. I mean, obviously there are, because I have children, and maybe if my child were hurt or injured, that could cause someone to get to that degree. But if no one has been hurt you, or someone's talking about you using words, how can you allow anger to build up so much that you want to cause harm to somebody? Yeah. Right? But now, not even this, right? You got to think of it this way. Like, you didn't even harm the person you intended to harm. You killed someone completely different.
Exactly. None of the shooting that they said it was like a mass shooting. Like, bullets was coming from everywhere. And you didn't even get the person that you was trying to get. You literally shot 4 girls.
Right.
4 girls. And one of them
Carolyn asked the question, do you know if the shooting was gang related?
Yes. Per the news articles, yes. It was gang related. And I do have something that I want to read to you just as well. I'm going to try to make it quick. It says, Thomas McGee and several other young men. This is the transcript, everybody. Thomas McGee and several other young men approached Patton, Clark, Bowens, and others. And they're calling them by their last names. Bowens and others gathered around the black Caprice that Patton had driven to the pre-prom party. The witness recounted that Thomas' group approached Patton's group as if they were wanting trouble. After she had taken a picture of Patton and his date and was walking away, she heard someone from Thomas's group said to someone in Patton's group, "I heard you was looking for me. I got 9 rounds for you." Malik Jordan testified that the men by the Caprice were flashing weapons and gang signs, while Tronika Shivers, Patton's aunt, says she saw McGee standing beside Thomas and saw Thomas flash his gun. Shivers opined that Thomas's was not an aggressive move, nor was it much noticed by Patton's group. According to Malik, Thomas pulled his gun, held it by his side, and started to back up. Shaquana Reed indicated that McGee was at Thomas's side, acting as if he were about to draw a gun. Several witnesses testified to a sense that something was going to happen. Tangela Owens said she was walking around taking pictures when her daughter NeNe approached her and told her they had to leave because something was getting ready to go down. Pamela said that just after she heard the threatening words spoken towards Patton's group. Her son Malik approached her and said, "Mom, it's about to be some stuff," and began pushing her along away from the area where the black Caprice was parked. Trinica said she sensed there was about to be a fight and started to get in the Caprice to drive it out of the way when defendant Clark pushed her all the way in the car. And several witnesses said that it sounded like shots were coming from everywhere. A firearms expert from Michigan State Police testified that police recovered 36 cartridge casings fired from 5 semi-automatic weapons. NeNe McKinley was fatally shot in the face, while 3 other innocent bystanders were wounded.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Again, I'll never understand it. Again, I'll never understand it. You know what I mean? Like, why would you like? So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to gather it all. So obviously someone knows that someone else is going to be at this location. Like everybody's going to be there, right?
Yeah.
That was your statement. Like, you made a statement saying that this is the place to be right now. Friends and family, they all show up. Obviously, you know, they're going to be cousins of cousins, friends of friends, whatever that may look like. And now you see the person that you dislike across the way. I heard you looking for me. And then, you know what I'm saying, from there, you should just simply be like, well, we out here over here then. Come on this way. Handle this like, you know, if you're going to do it right. Handle it over here. Instead of blindly closing your eyes and just dumping off 36 rounds between 5 different guns and not hitting anybody in each gang, but just a bunch of bystanders.
Yeah. Without hitting anybody.
To me, man. That's ridiculous.
Exactly. And Jason, the twist to all of this also is, I don't know which one it was, unfortunately, but of course it was one of these gentlemen that I'm showing you all tonight. One of them actually came to the funeral. And the police came and picked them up from the funeral.
That's crazy, right? Well, I guess that's his way of turning himself in. That's the way of turning himself in. I don't know.
Yep.
That's a lot to weigh on a person that young, man. Because they probably don't know who did it either. You know, they just all shooting out with their eyes closed is what it looked like or what it sounded like.
Exactly. Now this right here is Keon. Keon, he was the one that was acquitted of all charges. We don't know the story. I don't know the story on Keon. I don't know. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you why he was acquitted of our charges. But hopefully, when Tangela comes next week, she will be able to let us know. But this is him right here.
Said something. He said something. Now, he said something.
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I just, again, man, it really results.
And he was 18.
Like, it really all goes back to, again, why do these young adults have so much hate in their body, in their mind, and their spirit to want to kill somebody over words and places that they don't own? I'm never going to understand it. You're not defending anything that you own. Like, I get if you take someone's life because they are breaking into your home and causing a threat to your family. Okay, I get that part. But if you're doing it just because of some street stuff and somebody says something across the street, you're not tough. That don't make you tough, man.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
For you attempting to kill someone and then don't even kill them, you kill somebody different. That's just walking around living life. I would hate to, man, that's just heartbreaking. For real. Everybody's been saying that too, and I agree. It's just been extremely heartbreaking.
Exactly. It really has been. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into our commercial. I want to say this. This is not the end of y'all gonna see of me tonight. I don't know if Jason's gonna stick around. Hopefully he will. But we are going to do a second show tonight. This is my first time doing 2 shows in one day. But yes, but the second show is like kind of like an update, I can say, to Monday show that I did, where I would have the father of Alexis Morales, Messiah's grandfather. He will be on the show we're gonna get started with that at 10:30. His Alexis sisters will be on the show as well, and Alexis' husband will be back on the show. So that's gonna start at 10:30 tonight. So please stay tuned for that. Let's get into Cassandra. Cassandra said maybe his conscience was bothering him. Hopefully the reason he attended the funeral. That's definitely what I think. And they do say, not all of them, but some people that commit murders, they come back to the scene. Even though they're trying to hide and everything, don't nobody know that they did it right then and there. They comes back to the scene. So, Cassandra, you might be right. Their conscience is just eating them alive. Cassandra also said, and what role Keon played? Always knew he wasn't right. Well, we know what Cassandra's from.
Right. We know what she thinks, right?
We know what she thinks. You know where he's from.
Like, so here's the thing, you really do got to think about that though, right? Like, yeah, you big bad and tough, and you attempted to, kill your adversary. It didn't work out, but you get somebody completely different. That will weigh on you. Like, I get you may be able to shrug off a body that you didn't like. Like, I get that part. But yeah, to get somebody completely different and that had a whole life to live, that was probably the homegirl down the street. Y'all say it's a close knit, like those type of things are closely knit. So several of those dudes, at least 2 of the 4 had to know her, period.
Had to know.
Same school, same high school.
Oh, yes. Same
community. Like, they know her. Like I know her. Like, I can't believe I just did that, or they just did that. That's Niecy. That's NeNe. You know what I'm saying? That's NeNe, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, we really messed up, bro. Like,
they really messed up when they did that.
Right.
They really messed up. So we finna go ahead and get into a commercial. We're gonna try to, excuse me, end this live at least within the next 15 minutes. So here we go, a commercial. All right, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. Now, I'm here right now at His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. Make sure y'all check me out each and every Saturday. Not some Saturdays, not every other day on Saturday. Each and every Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. Love you guys. Bye. Bye. Now, this last clip, Jason, this is the last clip. This last clip is hard to watch. For anybody out there, hey, Faye, I see you in the building. For anybody out there that knows this story, this clip right here is going to be touching. Jason, this clip that I'm about to play, let me give you a little backstory. NeNe and Tamarie was best friends, but they was cousins, blood cousins, but they was also best friends. They grew up together, everything. When NeNe was murdered, this devastated Tamaria. Tamaria had already lost her brother almost a year before this happened. And then here she goes dealing with this again. So Tamaria decided a year later, a year after NeNe died, that she was going to go to the prom. That was actually the year that NeNe was supposed to go to prom. So when she at the pre-prom gathering, that wasn't her year for prom. The next following year, which is the clip I'm finna show you guys, that was supposed to be her year for prom. And Tamaria decided that she was gonna go to prom and with a date with someone. And she explained to him, I gotta do NeNe style. NeNe wanted to be a rock star when she went to prom. And that's what I'm going to do. So this is hard, Jason. Because y'all finna literally hear Tamaria speaking. And she's not with us right now. She's not with us right now. Jason, here we go.
17-year-old Tonquinisha McKinley was shot and killed and 3 others wounded at an unofficial pre-prom party last year. Well, this year, as NBC 25's Kyle Mitchell tells us, school leaders are providing a safe place to ensure history doesn't repeat itself. Kyle joins us live in the newsroom now with our top story. Kyle?
Jane, students say tonight was about having fun and celebrating the year at Saginaw High School. We spoke to a relative of Tonquinisha's who said she thought the school did the right thing by holding this safe event.
I dressed like a rock star in honor of her because she always, wanted to dress like a rock star.
Tamaria Stewart and her date dressed in a rainbow of colors to pay tribute to her cousin Tonquinisha McKinley, who was shot and killed at a pre-prom gathering in Saginaw last year.
Some people are just ignorant. You can't penalize everybody for what other people did last year. So, just let the kids have a good time.
Saginaw schools organized the pre-prom event in the wake of the tragedy.
I actually love it. I feel very secure today.
Dozens of police officers closed off Ojibwe Island and even brought in K-9 units to make sure everyone was safe. Parents say they love the idea.
I think this is good because they take so much away from the kids, but it's not the kids that's doing all the wrong, it's people that's not even involved.
Students enjoying the night without worrying about their safety.
I just wanted to be safe, a nice prom for the kids, so they can enjoy their time. They worked hard at school.
For Tamaria, the night was about remembering the good times with her cousin and not the people who took Tonquinisha's life too soon.
It's making her very happy, She's smiling down on me. It's just a happy day for me and her.
Saginaw Schools is holding the same event tomorrow night on Ojibwe Island before Arthur Hill's prom. Live in the newsroom, Kyle Mitchell, NBC 25 News.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah. And I just want everyone to know that I did contact Tiffany. And I did warn Tiffany and let her know that this video was coming out, that I was going to be showing this, because I didn't want her to be surprised. I put up the wrong doggone thing. This is what I meant to put up. But I didn't want her to be surprised seeing this. And when I told Tiffany, the first thing she said was, please send me the clip that she can have for her baby. She never saw this clip.
Oh, wow.
Because it was so much going on at the time. So she never got the chance to see it. But to those that's just joining us, that was Tamaria. And Tamaria was shot and killed last year, July 30th. Which was very difficult just as well. So this family has dealt with so much.
Right, yeah.
So much. And each and every one of these kids that was murdered, from Tamaria, TJ, NeNe, it wasn't for them. It wasn't for them at all. They were innocent bystanders. July 31st. July 31st was when Maria was killed. July 31st. Sorry, Tiffany. Yes, July 31st. So we have to come up with something. As you all can see, One person can make a difference. Y'all saw that on Monday. One person can make a difference. I don't know the answer, Jason. I don't know what we can do besides keep putting these stories out to bring awareness.
I wish there was a answer. I wish there was a way to stop it. I wish these shows would have young adults look at it and go, man, yeah, you know what the missus and Biggie is and Jason, they right. We should just. I wish that would be the case. But
I
they
wish
not
that was
watching
the
this.
case.
They not listening to it. They out here and they lost, man. It takes
I love you too, boo.
it take organizations like Justice for Michiana. It takes organizations like the group that they're working is right on the tip of my tongue. The boots to the ground is what they
ground, yeah.
their slogan, but it's hold on, give me a second. I got it written down here somewhere. It is connected to be the change. It takes organizations that connected to be the change.
Jump was one of them too.
Jump, yep. The one that you're a part of, the Angels, Mothers of Angels.
I'm a mom with an angel in heaven.
I'm a mom with an. It takes organizations like that to really stay connected to the community to help change it. I think the young adults are understanding and they're getting it because they're losing their friends, man. Like, yeah, we're losing children, but they're losing friends. But what's making the difference is no one's helping them through that healing process like we are helping the parents through the healing process, because there's so many parents that are working with each other, but no one's working with the children. Connected to be the change is
exactly.
They're working on taking bullets from off the street. They're working with jumping in as soon as they hear something from the community that something is about to happen. We heard that a couple weeks ago. We heard that through different stories because these parents have lost. So they're trying to connect back to the children. That is the only thing that I wish and hope to see going forward. You know what I mean? Parents like Tiffany, parents like yourself, although you're not the parent of, but you're the godparent to auntie to like that. Those things hurt you guys, and you guys are pulling together as adults to learn how to work through it, but no one is talking to these children. No one's going into the prison system to say, hey young man, hey young girl, we forgive you. I understand this is a pain. This is where you at. This is how you do it. Now I need you to talk back to your boys that are supposedly holding you down.
Exactly.
Let's start making these organizations and these gang affiliations change their perspective on killing each other, because it doesn't have to end that way. It really don't. OGs are starting to talk that way now. You know what I'm saying? OG's been talking that way for the last 20 years, where they're like, dude, you young folks are way beyond what we used to be in the street. We did it for principle. Like, if I had to kill somebody, it was off of principle. It wasn't just because you scuffed up my Jordans or you talking crazy to me on Facebook. Like,
exactly.
It ain't that. It wasn't that, and it ain't that. It's because you taking money out my pocket. You not letting me feed my child. Like, all those sorts of things, right? But we need to be able to talk to these young adults and tell them again, like I was saying on all the other shows, that these young adults' lives are absolutely valuable. You are worthy. You are a prince. You are a princess. You're working on being kings and queens. Hold yourself to a high standard and a high value and protect your life. You are value. Don't let this system, don't let this internet, don't let these other people that are on the internet tell you otherwise. It's as simple as that.
Bianca said, boost to the ground. Boost to the ground. Hey, Bianca.
.org. If you guys do want to help, and you want to continue to help out organizations that are actually impacting the children, connected to BeTheChange.org is where you can go and find more information, where they're taking bullets out of South Bend, South Bend, Indiana. They're literally taking bullets off the street, and they're making beautiful necklaces, wristbands, things of that nature to say, hey, you potentially just saved another life. You're making actual change.
Exactly.
So we really gotta put some work in. I say that in my comfy home in the suburbs, but these kind of conversations.
My comfy home in the suburbs.
Right. Seriously, but I've worked hard to get out of. Like I said, I grew up in the streets of Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, I had guys tell me like, bro, if I didn't know it was you, Big, or at that time, Big J, if I didn't know it was you, you'd have caught this thumper, bro. You'd have been laid out. I'd have stretched you out. But now I see you up close as you. Like I've been told that several times. Wow. But God has a presence for me. You know what I mean? But we need to be able to tell the other children that are extremely close to that or that are looking to do that they're valued. Because they get so much from their other peers, man. There's one adult or two adults to help. I'm making this up. This is just how I feel. There's one or two adults potentially to help with the confidence of a young adult, where there's at least 30 to maybe 60 peers that are helping bring them down. And don't let something go viral on the internet where now it's thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions that are impacting what that young person is living or going through. Exactly. And there's only 5 adults tops that are helping that young adult pull out of it. That's a deadly balance, and we're seeing it right now, man.
Exactly. We are definitely seeing it now. This was sad. It was so senseless. So senseless. A pre-prom gathering. Pre-prom, anybody could have been out there. That was one of the things that how when she mentioned at the wrong place at the wrong place at the right time, or the right time at the wrong place, something like that she said. And she was like, how is it the wrong place when you're at home?
That part is never the wrong place.
This was the same thing. She was at home, you might as well say. This was her peoples. She knew them. Not the ones that probably shot her and killed her, but she knew the surroundings. Everybody that was around. They felt comfortable. So we got another comment. Hold on. Let me see. All right. Nicole says good kids can't have fun anymore.
Facts. I just wish there wasn't an agenda that was placed on us as a Black community. And I'm only saying this out of me being a part of different communities growing up, right? I went to a all-white college up north, northern Michigan. It was called Lake Superior State University. And we would go into parks with ginormous speakers, an enormous amount of alcohol, and party till the sun goes down, till the moon comes up, and no issue. Actually, the police was there just to kind of help make sure nobody fall in the water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But you go to one gathering amongst our people, and we not even worried about the right things, right? Like something like that. They was on an island. They should have been there to worry about somebody might drop, fall in the water. But that ain't even the case. They there to take pictures, to go to prom. That's crazy.
Now, that wasn't the location at the time of the shooting. That the location they was at somewhere else.
But even then, let's go to the cousins. We're at a graduation party. We're at a barbecue cookout.
Yeah.
We are pulling in because I want to get we had a story that a young lady lost her life because she was trying to park her car, but the other person pulling the other car out.
Do you remember that?
These are crazy stories.
Yeah. They was on the side. They was on the street. She parked on the street. And other cars was on the street as well.
That part.
It wasn't like her car was the only car on the street.
All I'm saying is that there's so much pain inside of these young people's heart that allowed them to jump to that delusional, unrational it's unrational for you to want to have to take someone's life because of. I don't care what it is, man. I don't care what it is.
Exactly. I agree 100%. So we're finna go ahead and get into our motivation for tonight. I just want to make sure I show their pictures again. You know, I don't know why, Jason. I just did. So
They're
don't
in
know
jail.
why. I
They're in
just did.
prison. They're in prison.
Yeah, they're locked up. They gone. We ain't gonna see them. Y'all ain't gonna see them no more. Family can go up there and see them. Family can write them still. Family can do video visits, but they won't be walking the streets no time soon. Except for the one that was acquitted. He out on the streets.
Yeah, out there.
But I tell you one thing, Jason. You know, everything is allegedly, but I tell you one thing. If he did anything wrong in that situation, baby, God can give the biggest revenge.
That's it.
Even bigger than the prison system, baby.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get into our motivation for the night. Like I said, please stick around. We will be ending this broadcast and starting up the next broadcast with Alexis Morales' father. For those that is not aware, which I think anybody that's watching Peachy Tea Time should be aware by now. But Alexis, her and her 5-month-old child was missing. They have been found. The baby is just fine, and Alexis was found murdered. We're going to have Alexis' father on the show. We had her mother on the show on Monday. So we will have her father on the show today, along with 2 of her sisters, if I'm not mistaken, and her husband will be back just as well. So that is tonight at 10:30 p.m. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. Yes, we're going to get into this motivation. They should be getting ready to come up any minute now on the platform. So we're going to get into the motivation. Me and Jason, we're going to give our spiel on the motivation. We're going to come out. If Jason wants to join us, which I hope he do, we'll be right back. Here we go. Where to go, Jason? You don't know. I do. Here we go.
When we're laying on our deathbed, you're not going to worry about how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. You're going to see that was all game, that was all an illusion. The only thing that's going to matter is the impact you had on other people's lives.
We are all on a separate journey. But the beautiful thing about our life here on this earth is at my funeral, they ain't going to talk about my success. They're going to talk about who Nick was and how Nick lived and how Nick loved and encouraged.
Success is incredibly important, but even more important than success, it's having an impact. It's knowing you haven't walked the planet in vain. It's knowing that because you've been here, you've blessed lives, you've developed people, and you have made the world a better place.
The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart.
Life is a mirror, and life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are. When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice.
No, we'll have to play it again. We are back. Jason, that to me was powerful to me. because that's one of the things that I strive for, is to make sure that when I leave this earth, that people remember me for something positive, that I made a difference in this world some way, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%.
Yes. Look, Nicole said amazing motivation. Amazing. Yes, it is, because people don't think about that. They out here doing all this wrong and everything, and they don't think about when their life ends, because none of us know when our life gonna end. It's already
Not one
written.
of us. Yeah.
We don't know. But when it do end, you don't want nobody talking about she wasn't shit, he wasn't
Right.
shit. Everything is allegedly and everything is explicit language on my show. But
Facts.
back to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to hear that about you. And you don't want nobody to say that about you.
Right. It doesn't take much. It's not rocket science. And it's not a new evolution of the wheel. Like, we don't need to do much. When your heart and your spirit say help someone, help them. Give to them. You, as most people, not you in particular, but most people have all they need sometimes. And sometimes you may not think it. When you got your last 20, your last 10, and somebody asks you for something, and in your heart, you're like, I can't do it. Well, in your mind, you're like, nah, I don't want to do it. I ain't got it. But in your heart, it's like, go ahead, help them. Those little things will help change your outcome at the end of the day. You don't need to show it. You don't need to be on social media making videos about giving a homeless person money. You don't need to talk about how, or social media or any other place on how you're helping change a young person's life. Just do it. Good old Nike style. Just do it. Just call your niece. Call your friend's niece. Call that child that's been in trouble a couple times and actually ask them, what's going on? Talk to me. What's up? They may not do it the first time. They may not do it the 5th time. But if you do it every now and again and you reach out, you can start to change what's happening out here instead of always being in our own little bubble and not worrying about other people's problems. I get it. Stay in your lane. I get that. Mind your business. I get that. We all taught that. But sometimes minding your business can cause a lot of issues because all it might have taken was one person to ask how little Joseph was doing, how little Zariah holding up.
Yeah.
Check in on them. You know what I'm saying? Give your sound advice. Have them think in a different perspective than what they're thinking of right now. Because right now they could be like, I'm about to go out here and blow their brains out. Or you could have been like, that don't make sense.
Exactly.
I don't know what I'm talking about. That's what I felt from that. That's what I felt.
And we like how you felt from that. We like it. We love it.
But it doesn't take much, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't take much at all.
Exactly.
It really don't. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. There's so many children in the system from being in the prison system and juvenile and orphanages and all that kind of stuff that just need a little bit of love. Not saying that you need to take them in. Not saying that you need to clothe them. You just need to tell them, like, look, man, I'm here for you. I love you. And whatever you need from me mentally, just to talk to or something of that nature, they can do that. Right now, a lot of them don't know who to talk to or get information from.
Exactly. Well, y'all, thank you so much. We are about to wrap up this broadcast right now. And then we're coming right back on at 10:30. Y'all know, the miss is putting in the work, baby.
That part.
Putting in
Busy.
Okay, putting in work. So let us go ahead and wrap this up. Get our next guest on here. Start a brand new broadcast. So you guys will be coming out of this broadcast. And you just watch for the next broadcast that's going to come up, okay? And we're going to get started with that. I got something to say, Jason.
There you go.
I got something to say as soon as we start the next broadcast. Some people may not like what I'm going to say, but I got to say it. And some people going to be like, The missus, what you say that for? But the ones that's gonna say, the missus, what you say that for? That's because they know me. They know me. But for all the almost 14,000 people that watched the show on Monday, the ones that had never, ever, ever seen Peachy Tea Time before, I got something to say to y'all. Got something to say. So,
What up,
Jason, we finna get out of here. Like I said,
Appreciate
I
you.
hope you join us on the next one. And we finna go ahead and get busy. Y'all know how we do. You know how we do. So for right now, you got to listen to my babies. Okay, you gotta listen to my babies. And here go one of them. Then you're gonna hear both of them. Here we go.
Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time.